I'm going to talk to you today about why we want to work with our kids. It's been a kind of a simple subject, a lot of controversy of whether children should work or be involved. But today I want to really bring the argument up that we should include them in our work, not have them work for us, but work with them and allow them the opportunity to gain some skills. And one of the big reasons that I want to talk about is their self-confidence and the affirmation that they get. There's a chemical called dopamine in your brain, and whenever you do something productive, you finish something, or you are involved in something that your mind says, hey, this is valuable, you get a surge of dopamine. Now, that's why a lot of kids love video games. They like to get a reward system. Social media has geared into this idea that we get likes or shares or other wonderful things, and that dopamine just sets off in our minds. But I also want to say, work intrinsically is valuable. If you look at the real world and the real reward of work, it's not just that it makes us feel good. It is that there is value intrinsically in this work. So if you make your meal, you get to eat it. You go to work, you get this paycheck. Your child knows this. They have caught this. They have understood this just because of the environment that they're in. Our economy runs on labor, services, and products, which have to be created. So work gives us money. Money gives us what we need. Now, of course, we're not talking about slave labor, child labor, any of this. Dopamine is what sets off in your child's mind whenever they take the little broom and dustpan, and they're small ones you can get at the store that are their size, and they sweep up that little bit of mess under the table after a meal and put it in the trash can, or they get to push the grocery cart whenever you go to the store. This dopamine is a reward system, and drugs, a lot of other chemicals, the stuff in food that are additives, a lot of them are setting off serotonin and dopamine, and you need something positive in your child's life that naturally sets off dopamine. They are going to be more content. When you see a child that's frustrated and they are not very respectful to their parents or to other authority figures in their life, and they are not very cooperative, there are things that are undermining their emotional state. And to meet those needs, work is one of those things that we can tap into and give this child a healthy way to receive dopamine. So don't feel like you are hurting your child. It is not punishment. They work because they're a part of your family. They work just because that's part of what they have to do to survive. You're teaching them how to have a good attitude and be open to this very necessary thing. So please understand, dopamine is something that your child needs, and it's something that you can offer whenever you're incorporating all kinds of different tasks in their life every day. And if your child is older and you haven't done that yet, sit down and talk to them. They're old enough to know about dopamine. I have a little girl, she's not little anymore, but my youngest daughter, I used to call her the dopamine queen because she was a little go-to, and she loved to do tasks, and she loved to finish, and she's awesome about now as a grown person having a work ethic and being very good at what she does. And so whenever you're looking at bringing your kids on board, no matter what you're doing, it is so good to give them this opportunity to have some dopamine.